Hey folks, we're at FDIC International 2022. My name's Ed Ballum. I'm Senior Editor of Fire Apparatus and Emergency Equipment. We're standing inside this really cool command tent, and with us today we have Tom Cushing from ZUMRO. And thank you for being here, Tom.
Oh, thanks for
Why don't you tell us about this really cool structure we're standing in?
Okay, well thanks, Ed. We're inside a ZUMRO Model 400 shelter system. And this particular one is set up as a mobile command center. What really sets this one apart for ZUMRO is durability. We put the tents up, they're built to last. Any kind of weather condition, any kind of winds, rains, you're in a waterproof environment. So the other easy thing to do is to put the shelters up with minimal people in minimal time. Yeah. So everything you see in this tent when you look up, the lighting, the HVAC ducting, the insulation stays in the tent at all times. Wow. So two people can roll this tent out of a trailer, off the bed of a truck, and put it up basically hands-free in less than 5 minutes.
Great. And it's inflatable? I see a pump over there. Is that part
Yes, of it? Exactly. So it's an inflatable airframe, and it's a closed airframe, which makes it different than any other inflatables you might see. So once the air's in it, after that 5-minute deployment, you take the air away and it stands for days at a time without having to add air. Yeah. So it can either be put up with compressed air. Firefighters tend to use compressed air SCBA cylinders, or with a little electric inflator that comes with it.
Right. And we see LED lights, and we see outlets for running equipment and things. What about the electric? Do you got electrics that run in here?
Yes, exactly. So we always have the considerations if it's going to be night, we need extra equipment. So we run in the power for the lighting. So all of this lighting stays in the tent at all times, and one connection is made. The alternative to that is hanging lights and running cords and extension cords.
And nobody wants that.
Nobody wants that in cases of lights. So this tent comes out of the bag ready to go. And then the electrical distribution you see allows you to connect power at every beam and station.
Yes. You have another product you want to talk to us about, a decontamination tent?
Yes, exactly. We'll move on to that one next. But yeah, the purposes for these can be so many things. Here it's a mobile command center, but the military uses them for tactical operations centers.
Sure.
Medical uses them as field hospitals. So this is our Model 400 shelter. It's 400 square feet in interior space.
Yes.
And it's about our mid-sized tent. We go as large as 900 square feet.
So what are the actual dimensions then, as far as the side and openings? And
yes, the interior dimensions, at any time we say a model number, be it 400, 300, 800, is our square footage of the interior footprint. Right. So this one's about 21 by 19.
21 by 19. Good sized room then.
Yes, you get a lot of space and from a very small package for transport and lightweight, and deploys in less than 5 minutes.
Great, great. So we ready to go talk about that decontamination tent now?
Absolutely.
Great, let's go do it.
Okay.
So we're outside the tent now, the command center, and we have a decontamination system here to talk about. So tell me about this decontamination system. It's a really big, important thing these days.
Yes, absolutely. And we have many decontamination systems, from as large as the big tent for mass decontamination. But this particular one here is our Technical Decon Line. And this is for first responders themselves to do decon. And basically what it does is integrate the entire decon line into one inflation point. So this can be deployed in as little as 30 seconds with one SCBA air bottle. And it includes pre-plumbed showers that are inside the tent, privacy curtains, as well as color-coded pools, so that you can see, starting at the red at the hot zone, enter for a pre-plumbed shower for a gross decontamination wash, exit to the yellow for a second rinse, and then finally get to green whenever you can be cleared and confirm that you're contaminated and ready to go back into
so kind of like a traffic system. Red, you're coming straight out of the scene, you go into the red, you step into the shower, get some decontamination, and then yellow and green. Green, you're good to go.
Yes, exactly. And the big part of that with the color coding is oftentimes hazmat teams are making entry and doing the technical analysis, but those charged with decontaminating them aren't as familiar as the team itself. So by setting it up and doing it color coded, it allows them at 3 o'clock in the morning to set up the whole line with as little as 2 people.
Right. And disasters never happen during the daytime when it's bright.
No, exactly. And then the other thing is previously decontamination lines were a lot of different parts and pieces, small pulls, separate pieces, and they took up a lot of space on a vehicle or a truck. This all fits in one bag and can be deployed by as little as 2 people in just a matter of 2 minutes. So it really simplifies and allows you to have it on the hazmat rig with you because of its small size factor.
It's important to do that. Very important to be decontaminated.
Absolutely, especially with everything firefighters face now, and anybody in that first response
And any
situation.
kind of hazmat response, whether even if it's just a military kind of thing as well. I'm sure.
Yes, very much so.
Yes.
We have customers who use this from the military,
Yes.
fire department, hazmat teams, law enforcement, as well as medical and hospitals.
Great. I'm glad to know about this.
Yes.
Well, thanks, Tom, for taking time to show us the mobile command system, your tent, and your decontamination system as well. Where can our viewers find some more information about this product?
Oh, absolutely. Well, online at ZUMRO.com, as well as all the socials, and any search finding ZUMRO will bring us up. And our factory is located in Florida. Our shelters are 100% American made, and we always offer factory tours. It's a very unique factory where we do one thing: emergency shelter systems. And we're always open for tours at our factory in Florida.
Very good. What's your website?
Website is www.zumro.com, and ZUMRO on all the socials as well.
Great. Well, Tom, thank you so much for your time today.
Thanks for having me, Ed. Appreciate it.